guys, it's Jasmine. I'm back today with another video, but before we jump into today's video, I want to start by getting you guys' opinions, and basically we're going to do a vote. So I asked you guys, what should we call ourselves, because I feel like we should have a name. It was a lot of opinions, a lot of suggestions, and I do appreciate that from you guys. It shows me that you're interactive with my channel and you really love what I'm bringing to you, and that really makes me happy. Makes your girl happy. So basically we're going to boil it down to two names. I got a lot of G Squad, and then I got a lot of G Nation. So it's up to you guys to tell me out of which one of those two that you would like the most. Whichever one gets the most votes, that's what we're going to go with. And when my store actually opens, I will have a little something special with our name on it. So definitely make sure that you let me know what you think, because I take everything you guys say into consideration. And let's just jump into this video. Today's video is going to be what I keep in my skirt pockets. So if you follow me on Instagram now more than you follow me on Snapchat, I do post a lot on my IG stories. And basically after I leave every work session, most of the time I have a million things in my pocket, and I thought it would just be a cool little video, something different to bring to my channel and share with you guys the things that I keep in my skirt pockets. So that's what we're going to do today. I guess we're not technically going to start off with what's in my pocket, but basically we're going to start with my stethoscope. I get a lot of questions about this from you guys, people at work, my patients. Everybody loves my stethoscope. And it is basically the white and rose gold MDF stethoscope. This is not sponsored. They don't even know that I exist. I actually got this two Christmases ago. Yeah, it was a Christmas present, and I absolutely love it. It is still amazing. I do see that they did come out with the black and rose gold, and I'm contemplating getting it, but I really don't know, because my stethoscope is still in amazing condition. And a lot of people often ask me questions like, how is it as far as like hearing heart sounds and birth sounds and bowel sounds? It's freaking amazing. I think I like it better than my old matte black one. I used to have a matte black one. I can't even remember who it was by. I know it wasn't a Littman, but a doctor walked off with it. So yeah, maybe that'll be my next experience time, because that was really interesting. But anyways, this one is all white, but as you can see, it looks like now that it is ombre pink, and a lot of people actually think that's how I bought it. But you guys know I have red hair, and when my hair is freshly dyed and I just do one of these numbers, it just kind of stained my stethoscope pink, and now it looks like it's white, pink, ombre to rose gold. And yeah, I get a lot of compliments on it. So I will leave the link below to where you can actually purchase this. Like I said, this is not sponsored. MDF don't even know that I exist. I get no commission off of it or anything like that. It's just a question that you guys ask me a lot, so I figure I would share with you guys. Everybody deserves a bomb ass stethoscope, right? Right. So next thing is I keep tape on my stethoscope at all times, because I do a lot of IV switches, IV retapes, wound care, all that good jazz. So basically I keep tape on my stethoscope. I should probably get a tape holder. That'll probably be my next purchase, is a tape holder. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So the next thing I always keep in my pockets are my pens, and these are my favorite pens. I don't use any other type of pens except these, and I know you guys are like, what? But if you are a nurse, you know how serious pens are. Like, it's real in the field, like it gets serious. And these are the Paper Mate Ink Joy Gel 0.7 pens. I have them in black, and then I also have the colorful ones, but at work we use black, and this is what I use. If my pens go missing and I see somebody with these pens, I know that it's my pen, and I will tell them, give me my pen back. Don't steal my pens. So yeah, these are like the best pens when you're writing on labels. They don't smudge, but they're still gel pens, which I really like a lot. Now I just spent too long talking about pens. So the next thing is a Sharpie. So you need a Sharpie at all times. A lot of people like to do the little small ones that you can connect to your badge, but I feel like I don't like a lot of stuff hanging from my badge, so I personally just don't like those. But you can either have a really big Sharpie or one of the little small miniature ones, because you need to always label your lines. I like to label my IV pumps. I am in the ICU, so sometimes I can get a lot of pumps going, and it's easier to just label them and know exactly what pump is beeping. So if somebody comes in your room behind you, they don't accidentally turn off your pressor. So This is for my IV poles. This is also for wound care. If I'm doing fentanyl patches or I'm doing lidocaine patches or nicotine patches, I like to use the Sharpie to write the date and the time, so when the next person comes in behind me, they know when that one was applied and when it needs to be changed. So you always need a Sharpie. It's like a lot of writing utensils. So the next thing is my dry erase marker. We use black. I'm pretty sure there's different hospitals that you can use whatever color you want, but black is generally what I just buy and keep in my pocket because it's easier for patients to see the board with black versus all the other different colors, especially when you're working with old people. If I was maybe in pediatrics or something like that, I would do all the pretty fancy colors, but as far as the ICU, adult ICU, most patients are older, so I have already big bubbly handwriting, so I like to do black so they can actually see the communication board. So basically, yeah, this is what I use for my communication board. Write my name on there, what we have planned today, or anything like that, when they are possible downgrade or discharge and all that other stuff. So I keep this in my pocket at all times. Next thing, alcohol swabs. I have a ton of alcohol swabs. First thing in the morning when I go and start like kind of stuffing my pockets with supplies, alcohol swabs are the first thing I use. So you need alcohol swabs for everything. You need them for swabbing the hubs. You need them for insulin injections, sub-Q injections. I use them to wipe off my stethoscope after each patient's room if I can't find the big cavity wipes. Or, you know, I use alcohol a lot. I always have saline flushes. We are not technically supposed to have these in our pockets when we go home, but every once in a while I'll leave with like 3 saline flushes in my pocket. It's just out of habit. You know, you have them in your pocket. You never know when you need to flush your lines, or if you go into somebody else's room and their antibiotic has stopped and you flush their line, it's always good to flush your lines. The last thing you want is a central line or a PICC line that does not flush, or an IV, like a PIV that does not flush. Like, that sucks. So you always have to keep saline flushes in your pocket. Okay, so the next thing I keep in my pocket are hemostats. So not a lot of people carry hemostats a lot, but I have just learned my lesson. Every time I need hemostats, they're not available, so now I keep them in my pocket at all times. I maybe use them once a week. Sometimes you will screw on your IV line to your IVs and it's super tight and you can't get it undone. Hemostats. When you are taking out sutures, the little suture kit sucks so bad. The scissors are kind of dull, the tweezers suck, and I find that grabbing the knot with hemostats and clipping them with them stupid scissors is a lot easier, especially when it's really close to the skin. So I use my hemostats on stuff like that, and I do make sure to sanitize them every single time that I use them. So the next thing is a portable O2 set. I know you guys are like, what, Jasmine? You have so much stuff in your pockets. I know, but it's all stuff that I need. So this is something that I bought from like a scrub store in Texas and are working in the ICU. And I think this would even benefit people who are on like med surge or who doesn't have like continuous pulse ox monitors. And your patient is looking a little wonky, they're breathing a little funny, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? Sometimes if they are super cold, the little interchangeable ones in your room, they suck. So what I like to do is have my own. I do clean these between any patient that I use it on, and sometimes, you know, instead of waiting for RT to come and help you out, you just pull out your own. And you know, I just double check, especially if it's like a patient who's on like 2 liters and they're like, I'm so tired of my nasal cannula, like, can we just take it off for a little bit while I sit up? And I'm like, oh, okay. And instead of going and getting another one to retape on to see what their oxygen level is, I'll just pop this on. And if they're hanging around like 88, 89, I'm like, no, I'm sorry, but we got to put your O2 back on. So this always comes in handy. Don't play with people's O2, people, especially your COPDers. Don't play with it, okay? So the last 2 things I'm going to show you are actually products of mine that will be launching in my online store. And so I'm excited to give you guys a little preview of it. I'm actually going to preview it over on my Instagram and Snapchat as well, so make sure to follow me over there. But these are 2 products that I'm excited to bring to you guys. So it is a pen light and my all matte black shears. Okay, I'm a little biased because they're mine, but real talk, y'all, these shears are so freaking bomb. You need scissors at all times for anything. I'm telling you, I usually will like look to the left or right, like where's the new grad at? Because you know, new grads have everything in their pockets. I'm like, girl, you got some scissors? Bring me your scissors. Some of your meds are so hard to open. Cut it with scissors. And I'm talking about like IV meds, not like a pill. You need scissors. And these are so sharp, and they are all matte black, so they don't look as nasty and dirty and raunchy as like, you know, your white ones or your colorful ones. I really like these, and you will too. Your assessment, guys. A lot of people don't do this, and I have called a couple of people, but it's okay. As a nurse, you need a pen light. This is actually my pen light, and it has your pupils here on the side. This is the gold one. I will be having multiple color of these, but when you do your head to toe assessment, you always need to check for pupil reaction. So yeah, you always need a pen light. Sometimes rooms will have like flashlights, but I feel like it is just very weird for families to be in there and you have this big old flashlight and you're like flashing it in the patient's eyes. It just doesn't look right. So make sure you guys get a pen light. Like I said, this is actually mine, and it will be coming out when my online store opens. So be on the lookout for it. Okay, so the last honorable mention that I want to throw in there is my cell phone. I always have my cell phone in my pocket. Usually it's not in my front scrub pocket, but I have it in my back pants pocket of my scrubs because even though I am at work, I still need to communicate with my family, and when there are emergencies or things like that, I need to be easily contacted. And now that I'm working night shift, sometimes I can go 2 days without seeing my husband. So if he's texting me, I like to text him back as fast as I can. You know, even if it's just like a hey, I love you and I'll see you in 2 days type of thing. But I always need to be able to be reached by my kids, principals or teachers or my kids or my husband. So I keep my phone on vibrate. And then the last thing I do keep in my pocket is my report. I know you guys are like, where's her clipboard? I don't carry a clipboard. I actually just carry my report. I write my own report down, and I will link the video below, show you guys how I actually do my reports. And I do my reports still the same even at this new hospital, and I just fold up my reports, stick them in my pocket. So if a doctor walks up on me and I need to look at a lab value, I always have everything written down in my report, so that way I don't have to be like, hold on, give me a second, let me go look, you know, in the computer. I'm not going to show you guys a report. I actually shred them after every assignment. So if I'm going multiple days in a row, I do keep my reports, but if I'm just working one shift, I will discard my report because I don't want anybody's personal information brought home with me, and I just put it in a little shredder bin and then I'm out of there. Okay, guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave them below in the comment box. Don't forget to vote on your favorite name, as well as follow me on my Instagram and Snapchat. And until the next video, I'll talk to all of you huns later. Bye. Mwah.